Another day, another video with the F30. Alright guys, so as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, unfortunately we're gonna have to put the F30 330i build on pause. Not permanently, but honestly I don't really know how long. What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. You guys probably recognize this spot because I come here a lot. Usually I'm on the top floor, but right now there's some dude with a Hummer blasting music, so can't be around that because I don't want to get demonetized. But anyways guys, I want to talk you through a few things on the F30, especially the thing I mentioned in the title and the thumbnail, and that is stopping the build, at least not permanently. But anyways, really quickly, for those of you who are new here, this is a 2017 BMW 330i. That does mean it is an F30, has a B48. When I bought this car, I actually got it as a base model, or more specifically a sport line. So I've done a whole bunch of stuff to it so far. As you guys can tell, it doesn't look crazy yet, but that's again because we started as a base model, but we put all the M Sport stuff on it, black grills, a whole bunch of stuff like the side mirror caps. And I think the area that I did the most to it so far has to be the rear end. And I mean, just looking at it guys, this looks so good. Like legit, I think this is by far the car's best angle right now. The front end we will do more too, but the rear end we just kind of got a head start on. If you guys haven't been watching the videos, I have a carbon fiber spoiler, rear bumper extensions, carbon fiber diffuser, and I had recently just put on these Burger Motorsports polished silver exhaust tips, which was like the finishing touch on the rear end. Otherwise guys, I think the rear end is honestly pretty much done. Like I don't really have too much else to do to the rear end. Now we do still have a lot to do to this car, and there goes the Hummer. All right, well, with that guy gone, we could probably go back up to the top, but I feel like we might as well just stay here at this point. But anyways guys, the point is we have a whole bunch left to do to this car, and we're not stopping permanently here. There's a whole bunch of things I still have in mind for it, and I'm not selling the car, not yet at least. If you guys remembered, I talked about getting an F80 M3 and possibly potentially selling this car, because that way I'll have a replacement sedan as my daily driver. This thing's been great though, honestly, great gas mileage. It's been super reliable, haven't had any issues with it. It's comfortable. I'm also making it a better daily driver, if that makes sense. So that's mainly going to happen on the interior of the car, not the exterior. So within the interior, I've made the car, in my opinion, look better and feel better, because obviously as a daily driver, that's where you spend most of your time. I mean, with any car, but you guys know what I mean. Not only that, but we also added some things inside the interior to make it feel a little more premium, such as the digital cluster over there, and then even full screen Apple CarPlay, which you guys can't see right now. And then like I was saying before, a whole bunch of other things just to make this interior feel a little more premium, like the pedals down there, the start button, the carbon fiber interior trim, which I absolutely love guys, probably one of my favorite mods. This car has always been very practical, very good on gas, but now it feels a little more premium, a little more expensive. That way when you're driving it day to day, it just feels better to drive. It doesn't feel like a base model BMW, which it never really was, but it just feels better. But yeah, that's not our only goal with the car. Like I said guys, obviously I still want to make it look better, perform better, make it better for like YouTube and Instagram, all that type of stuff. So this car is sort of like a multi-tool in a way, whereas like the 435, literally I just made it perform better and look better. I made it literally less practical, and although that car started off as a great daily driver, it became a horrible daily driver because it was so low, the wheels were so wide, and I was so paranoid to drive it like day to day to work. I still drove it and I enjoyed it, but this car, I don't feel guilty whatsoever driving it. Like I can really just enjoy this car every single day, and honestly, it can't get better than that. Like I love this car, my wife loves it, and it seems like a lot of people online enjoy this car as well, whether you guys own it yourselves or you just enjoy watching the build. But now speaking of the build guys, like I was saying before, it does have to go on pause. Now, I'm not gonna beat around the bush and tell you guys a whole bunch of different things. I'll just get straight to the point. The reason why I'm putting the build on hold is because I absolutely blew my budget. So you guys probably don't really know this, but I keep a budget for myself every month for YouTube. So I basically allocate a certain amount from my income to put into these cars, to put into YouTube. So that includes for paying for subscriptions for things like editing software, for music, also mods, and anything like that. Anything that basically goes into making these YouTube videos, which is a lot more than you guys might think. Now, of course, the most expensive of all those things is the mods, because the mod could be like $400, $500, $600, maybe even like $1,000. Now, I am lucky enough that I have a whole bunch of sponsorships, companies that basically give me large discounts or even mods for free. But even still with that, I put a lot of mods on these cars within the span of 1 month, and it does get very expensive, guys. So as of recently, I put a whole bunch of stuff on this F30. Again, I know it might not seem like it because it still kind of looks like a base M Sport, but I promise you guys, I put a whole bunch of mods on this thing, and not cheap mods either, because just the M Sport kit is very expensive. Getting it painted was expensive. All the carbon fiber was expensive. Now, I'm not trying to complain because I absolutely love doing this. I love putting my money towards this because I just genuinely love it. It's my biggest passion. I love other things like basketball, video games, but cars is definitely my largest passion in life. So I'm not trying to complain, guys, but I'm just trying to help you understand from my perspective why sometimes I have to slow things down, because as of recently, I kind of went crazy. We've been building this car pretty quickly, at least from my perspective and how I usually do things. If you guys watched the 435i build, that car took a while. Like, that was over a year and a half. Whereas this car I've only owned for like 8 months now, and I really only started the build as of recently, and we've already gotten pretty far. So we're definitely modding this car pretty quickly, guys. But like I kept on saying, we do have to put it on pause, because since I kind of blew my budget, I do have to take a step back and not spend so much money on the mods right now. We will get back to it, guys. I'm not selling the car. I'm not stopping the build. We will get back to building this car, but I just need to catch up for like a month or two. But just these few months, I've kind of gone a little crazy because I felt like I had to compensate for the lack of the 435, because that car was sort of like my halo car. I thought it was the more exciting car, and I kind of figured a base model F30 wasn't really going to get that much excitement or attention, but I thought if I mod it really quickly, it might start to. So I kind of tried to compensate, and it did kind of work, but it made me spend a lot of money. But I honestly don't regret it, guys, because now the car is looking so much better. Like, just this rear end, honestly, it looks so freaking good. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate how good this thing looks, especially considering where it came from? And then another favorite angle of mine has to be like this 3/4 angle from the rear. Like, look at that, guys. Looks so good. I know it's just a 3 Series, I know it's just a 4-cylinder, but I don't know, man. Something about this car. So yeah, guys, don't worry. The build for this car is going to continue, and I'm still going to make videos about this car, about the X3, and about things just in general. And although I'm not going to be really buying many mods for like maybe the next month or two, we do still have some mods coming in, because again, I'm very lucky and very blessed that I have these great companies to work with me and sponsor me. So we're still going to be getting some mods in, and then give me maybe like a month or two, and then we'll definitely get back to it full speed. So if you guys like this build and you want to see it keep on going, please hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. Give this video a like. It really helps me out, guys. The more views these videos get, the more money I make on YouTube, and the more money I can put back into these cars and make better videos for you guys. Now, for those who have been asking, my merch store is going to be going up soon. I have all the launch designs set. I just basically have to make sure the website is all set and everything's operating correctly. So once that's all up, I'll definitely let you guys know, and that's another way that you guys can help support the channel, so that way we can speed things up on this car and any future car. But anyways, guys, with all that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.